Hello, everybody. We're on week 3, and before we start week 3 discussion, I want to talk about some housekeeping rules. Your discussions are due on Thursday at 11:59. 11:59. Um, your discussion must be in. Your responses must be in Saturday, and it's not one response. It's not two. It's not three. It's 4 responses. 4 responses will get you closer to a better score. Because if you read your rubric says more than 3. So your discussion has to be 250 words and your response is 50 words, but it has to be also, again, no salutations in there. Don't forget to put your sources in there and don't forget to have them on time. If you turn in a discussion and it is late, I cannot accept it. But you can turn in your responses, and that's 60% of the grade. So don't give up. Continue on. I also want to talk to you about things that happen, life that happens. If for some reason you can't get a paper in time, or for some reason there's an issue going on, call me before to let me know that you're going to be late. You all have my telephone number. I've given it to you. If you haven't, send me an email. If you haven't seen it, it's in all my videos. I'll give it to you now. It's 413-883-3537. Make sure you let me know that it's going to be late, or what the reason is. And it has to be a legitimate reason. It can't be that I went swimming with the kids this week, because we all want to do that. So, a good reason, and make sure that your discussion is in on time, because that's the only thing I can't take late at all. Now, on your discussion this week, it's a really interesting concept, and I want you to think about your own life and your own things that go on. And I'm hoping that during this entire class, you're thinking to yourself, how does this fit into my day-to-day life ethically? Because I think about it. I've had great conversations with retired police officers and non-retired police officers, as well as city, workers, city, you know, people that have been voted in and voted out of office. It's a really good thing to discuss ethics, but it's also important to make sure you look at all the sides. So on this one here, this discussion was where this man who worked for the city bought some stolen hot items because his city couldn't afford it. He knew they were hot, but he needed to do what he needed to do, he felt, for his community. His community was really, really a poor community, and he needed it. So he bought it, feeling that it was for the greater good of the community. Is it ever to the greater good of the community to steal? Because if there's nobody out there that wants to buy stolen items, then is there a market? And if there's no market, do people go steal from other people? And does it matter that the person you're stealing from is the federal government or stealing from your neighbor? Um, is there any reason ever in life that it's okay to steal or buy hot items or buy, stolen items? Is there ever a time in life that it is okay to do that, that it's justifiable? I can tell you in my career, I've seen it where it's justifiable. I've seen it where people have gone into stores and stolen items for their kids because that's what they needed to do to survive. Does it mean it's any less illegal? No, but that's where discretion has to fall into place. Is it okay to go in and steal fingernail polish? Yeah, nobody needs fingernail polish. But is it okay to sit there, and I'm not saying it is, but I want you to sit there. If your children were starving and you had to get them something, you had to get them food, could you justify it in your mind that you had to do it for the greater good of your children? So using your own life's experience or someone else's experience. I can tell you I came from a very poor family. My parents, didn't steal, but I can tell you this. They might have if it came to the point where they couldn't feed us because they were that poor. And we have to look at that. We have to look at what the reasoning behind it is. Is it justifiable? So that's one. Now we're going to go on to, you have a different assignment this week and next week as well. And the assignment is a test. It's a 20-minute questions. 20 questions, and you can use your text. So these questions will all be in your text. And I'm hoping that I rarely have this in any of my classes, and I think you probably think of the same. So this week and next week, you're going to have 20 questions. Let me know. Send me an email and let me know whether you like it or you don't like it. I think for some people, they're going to be thinking, this is such a breath of fresh air versus writing another paper. And this week, you're going to be doing your assignment on that. It all has to do with justice and legal questions having to do with the chapters that we're on. I'll get those for you. And if you can't find some information, you know you can always contact me. Let me get there. You're going to be looking in chapters 3 and 8. If you have any problems, give me a call. 413-883-3537. I hope you stay cool. It's going to be a hot week. And I'm hoping that you all like this new testing. If not, make sure you tell me. Thanks. Bye-bye.